Alrighty guys, we're back to more NASCAR Heat 5 Championship Mode Custom Season. Today we'll be going to Kentucky Speedway for the Quaker State 400. Last time we were at New Hampshire, we did end up winning the race for, I think it's my 8th win of the season. Look at the point standings so far. Leading it with 740 points, Ryan Blaney in second with 645 points. And in third, Kyle Busch with 631 points. The next race we're going to is Darlington. Or throwback weekend. Let's go to Kentucky, see you after qualifying. Coming up turn 4, Kentucky. This is not going to be a very good qualifying position here. Oh god. 27th. I thought that was going to be like 30th or something. And Alex Bowman with the pole. Yeah, let's just hope we don't have any drivers from the back just zooming up right by, because that's what happened in NASCAR Heat 4. Tyler Reddick. I qualified 25th for that, because we were at Texas for the round of 8 or whatever. And Tyler Reddick qualified 28th. All of a sudden, he just zoomed right on by. Like that doesn't make any sense. And it kind of frustrated me because, like, why is he qualified 28th, but he just zoomed up like he's like a top 10 car. He ended up finishing in the top 10. I was confused. Honestly, the Texas race was completely messed up. The playoff drivers, well, shouldn't really say it was kind of messed up because it happens in races where playoff guys are like in the back all the time, or like a lot of, I don't know how to say this. Is that Michael McDowell? Oh my god, you are not telling me what I think of. You are not telling me he is going to zoom right on by. He's going to zoom right on by. Because it was not just Tyler Reddick last game, it was Clint Boyer. Well, Clint Boyer wasn't too bad after like stage 2 or close to the end of stage 1. He really just started to move up. Eric Almirola qualified top 25. All of a sudden he's up there. Clint Boyer's like the highest of those three that qualified in the back, and Clint finished second, as I finished 6th, almost 5th. What's the next race we're going to? Darlington. I'm hoping to make a better throwback. Of course, I won't really tell you guys what my throwback paint scheme is. I think I already told you guys, but it's probably an early video here. I don't remember, but since the last time I did Dale Jr. because of the Mountain Dew, I don't think really nobody has really had Gatorade as a sponsor. Oh wait. Never mind, I'm dumb, I forgot about that. Darrell Waltrip, Bobby Allison had that for a sponsor. I think it was one of those two. Because the Mountain Dew car, Junior Johnson, the 88, that Gatorade and the Mountain Dew had the same paint scheme, the same green and the white on it. So it was like the same paint scheme, a different sponsor. Jeez, now I gotta block both RCR cars right here. Here's how Tyler Reddick can. I think Tyler Reddick's got a good chance next year to win his first Cup race, because Phoenix early in the year he had a really good shot. And then Homestead, forgot about that. He had a good car. I think he finished 3rd or 4th, like somewhere around the top 5. And then all of a sudden on the final lap he thought it was the end of the race. Of course, Bell, I know he's got a good shot. He was kind of bad at first. I thought he was looking pretty good, but first half of the season, oh my god, Christopher Bell was horrible, honestly. Later in the season, he's gotten better. Of course, Colt Custer, he was horrible, and then he won Kentucky, and after that, he was eliminated in the first round. Who's the other rookies? John Hunter Nemechek, he did alright in the first half of the season. After that, Chase Elliott starting in the back. Well, that's not good. He's right on me. gonna go up and Clint Boyer, and then he should have hit me the bumper like Almirola did at Texas. Yeah, this is what happened. If you did not see the Heat 4 video, go check that out. But this is what happened. This was between stage 1. Almirola was all of a sudden, like I said, like he was like one of those three that was like all of a sudden faster than me. He's gonna go, of course, he's like halfway, like in the middle of me, gonna go like make a pass to me, and I was like, no, you're not gonna do that. Let's see. Side draft him. Ooh, Chase Elliott trying to make a little contact with me. And then this is, oh, come on, and that didn't work. Wait, is he still up there? Bro, stop beating on Chase Elliott here. Sorry, Chase, but I want this bottom here. But then here's what happened. I got off track here. Truex Jr. is stage 1 winner, finished 17th, and he's gonna go. Of course, I said he's in the middle of me. He's the thing, and we're coming out turn 4. I was like, now I'm gonna go at the block. This is a little part of my fault, but mostly Almirola's, because he came up, hit me in the bumper, got himself sideways. Of course, Tyler Dames, I don't know how he made it up there, but first pusher was all involved in it too. But yeah, that was mostly his fault, because he never like went to go fall back pretty much like this, like just Austin Dillon just did. He just all of a sudden just like stepped on the gas. Of course, that didn't work too well. I blocked him. Like I said, that was not 100% my fault. That's 10% my fault, because I pretty much blocked him, and it was 90% his fault because he stepped on it and thought it was gonna work. Wait, wasn't I supposed to wreck somebody in Heat 4 in Texas? Or was that? I don't know what the heck I'm saying. Well, I can tell Chase started in the back because he just passed everybody. He's been on me for a few laps here. I was making contact with him. I don't want to make contact with the sport's most popular driver and the recent champion as well. Congratulations, Chase Elliott, Henry Motorsports. Yeah, that was the guy I was rooting for, Chase Elliott, to win the championship, and he won it. That'd be cool if he got the 7-time champion, maybe 8-time champion. 7-time champion, that's hard to do. Of course, there's probably never going to be another driver like Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt, maybe Jimmy Johnson, because I don't know, Jimmy Johnson's kind of sort of the same as everybody else, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying here, but nobody's really, I don't think there's really going to be no more of a driver, Richard, or another. I can't even spit this out in the words. I don't think there's probably ever going to be a driver like Richard Petty or Dale Earnhardt ever again, I think. I could be wrong. That would be awesome, but of course it was cool to see. Of course, I think he's like the third. Because like, as I know, Lee Petty won, Richard won championship, and then Dale and what's Dale Jarrett's dad's name? I should know this. Ned Jarrett. I can't think of it for some reason. Should have known that. I mean, honestly, NASCAR's family. That's what the sport's all about. Of course, now it's not really much family anymore. It sort of is, but now it's just more a bunch of young, spoiled little drivers now just coming into the sport. I mean, it sort of started with Jeff Gordon. I'm not saying it mostly was Jeff Gordon that started it. No. Jeff Gordon was pretty good. For a driver that never grew up in a racing family. Caution's going to come out here, and I can see who blew an engine, or somebody blew a tire. Jeff Gordon was pretty good. I couldn't have wished he won 7 championships. He had good shots, but after 2001, there was 4 championships, just couldn't do it. But so what was I saying here? Now I completely lost track of what I was saying here. Because because you had Lee Petty, one of the pioneers of NASCAR, the first legend in the sport. Till he stopped racing because of an injury in 1961 was the Daytona 500. He went over the wall with what's his name? Johnny Beauchamp. Final lap of stage 2. Because Richard started in 1958. I think it's 58. Some say it's 59, but I think it's 58 because this was way before Daytona National Speedway was built. I'm trying to think of it. Of course, you had Red Byron, the first NASCAR Cup champion. I'm still confused, if William Byron is related to him or not. I'm trying to figure that out still. But so we got on stage 2 winner. And then you had Richard. He had some small wins. Small wins. Had some wins on small tracks, not like the big tracks like Darlington, Daytona. Of course, he didn't win his first Daytona 500 until 1964, and then also his first championship in 1964. And then his first and only Southern 500, beating his father's record in 1967, I think it was. And after that, Richard Petty came out to be a 7-time champion, Cup champion, and Daytona 500 champion. After his 200 win in 1984, 1982, whatever it was. Yeah, it was 1984. And then he retired in 1992, 200 wins after that. Of course, you had what other ones too, because we had Ned Jarrett and I don't know when Ned Jarrett's career really started. I think somewhere around the late 50s he started racing in NASCAR, early 60s, around the 60s he really started going up. And of course, nobody really in his. Of course, then you had Dale Jarrett starting his career in the 50s. Yeah, wrong year, wrong decade. The 80s, mid or late 80s. Wait, I didn't even finish the Petties. The heck am I thinking? Of course, you had Kyle Petty starting his first ARCA race in 1979, winning. I don't think he really started his Cup career in the earlier mid 80s, and he got his first. When did he get his first Cup win? I don't remember when he got his first Cup win. Somewhere in the 80s, and after that, I think Kyle would have been a good driver, but of course, I understand he didn't really want to be like his dad. And then you had Adam Petty. Would have been the key to the Petties of course, I wish Adam Petty was still alive. He would have been a great race car driver. He's more like Richard. He would have been a really good race car driver. I know he would have won a Daytona 500. I know he would have won a Cup championship. I know that. But in his death in New Hampshire, of course, he was the first 4th generation family in sports to ever do something. I mean, that's pretty much cool. And it's been 20 years since then. 2000 in Texas Motor Speedway. And that was also the year Dale Jr. got his first Cup win. No. Oh, shoot. No. Yes. Oh, shoot. Okay, darn it. Chase is going to zoom right on by, so I can't even get the... And, of course... Thing. Yeah, then Adam died in New Hampshire of head injuries. Of course, that was for way before the Hans device. That was actually a year before the Hans device, actually. Dang it. And after that was really much of the Petties. And then, of course, Petty Enterprises shut down 2008, 2009, 2010, whatever it was. And of course, you got Richard Petty Motorsports, still runs today. About went out of business last year. And Worldwide Technology gave them all that money, which was good. And then, of course, you had, I was mentioning the Jarretts. And of course, Dale started his career running the Daytona 500. In 1993, Joe Gibbs' first Was that Joe Gibbs' first cup win as a team owner? I think it was. And then, of course, you know, Dale pretty dominant at Daytona. Then he won a championship in, or was it, 1990? Shoot, I went to my apartment with the wall. I clipped the wall. Shoot. My bad. Of course, I think with 1996, I think Dale Jr. got his first and only Cup championship. Then he retired somewhere in the 2000s. Of course, he still broadcasts on NBC, sort of. Kind of more of a post-race, I guess, now. And then you got the Earnhardts. Pretty much probably like one of the second or greatest families in NASCAR. Because you got the Pettys. Pettys and Earnhardts are probably one of the, like, pretty much the most famous names in NASCAR. Because you got Ralph Earnhardt. I don't know if he really raced, well, he sort of raced NASCAR, but it wasn't really full, I don't know. Somewhere around the 50s until he died, somewhere in the 70s. Because then you got Dale Earnhardt Sr., the Intimidator. Probably like one of the, a lot of people call the greatest stock car driver of all time. I think starting his career in the late 70s. Winning his first Cup championship in 1980. And of course he won every single race in 1998, the most famous win. 1998 Daytona 500. And of course, also the second driver to get a 7-time champion. Or should say a B 7-time champion. Then you got Kerry Earnhardt. I think he mostly did Xfinity and Busch, or at the time was the Busch Series. Final lap in Kentucky. And then, who else do you have? Junior. Biggest name. Started his 2-time Busch Series champion, 1998 and 1999. And then he won his first Cup race in 2000, Texas. And his first All-Star, I think it was like his only All-Star win in also. And then sadly Daytona 500 in 2001. Dale Earnhardt Sr. died, Daytona. Pretty much the saddest day in sports history, honestly. And who ended up winning the race? Was it Joey? I didn't really see. Logano won. 9th place, not too bad. Probably talk more about this in career mode. I hope I remember, because I'm going to be recording this tomorrow. Alright, well, that'll be in the video. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you on another episode of NASCAR Heat 5 Championship Mode Custom Season. Bye.